Lightning strikes all around me. And welcome back on board SV Blown Away. And in this episode I get in some good sailing, but not without its problems. And for those of you that have not been here before, Blown Away is a steel ketch built in the 1970s. I'm currently sailing it solo and looking for crew. So if you are interested in jumping on board the boat in the summer of 2025, we will be in the Greek islands. So if you would like to share in the adventures, drop me a line or leave a comment down below, and let's talk about how you join the vessel as crew and sail these magnificent waters. In last week's video we were in Trizonia, which is where I've spent the winter, and there's been an old boat in there which has been slowly sinking. Before I left I took the time to pump the bilges dry in the hope that someone comes along to restore this vessel. Now that summer is on its way, it's time to leave the marina and get sailing. The outline plan is to head through the Corinth Canal in the direction of the Aegean, an area that I've sailed before. The Meltemi being the strong wind, I need to get north as quickly as possible before the wind starts to build and heading north becomes almost impossible.
I get dressed up to go downtown. I'm all messed up on a Friday night. Not really here for a good time, but if you're up for drinks and a good crowd, raise your glass to the sky. Let's toast to that. All these people can stare. I don't care about that. This is my pity party. I'm gonna cry all night and I'll flip the bird at the guys. I don't need nobody. This is my pity party. I'll do just what I want, yeah. I'll dance on top of the bar. I won't come down on it. I'll just do what I want. This is my pity party, pity party. If my highs are highs, my lows are low. Need to blow off some steam to get back up. I'm not someone you should cheat on, 'cause when I come back strong. Raise your glass to the sky. Let's toast to that. All these people can stare. I don't care about that. This is my pity party. I'm gonna cry all night and I'll flip the bird at the guys. I don't need nobody. This is my pity party. I'll do just what I want, yeah. I'll dance on top of the bar. I won't come down on it. I'll just do what I want. This is my pity party, pity party. Gonna drink all night and I'm gonna let the tears fall down.
I'm on my way to the Corinth Canal. The Corinth Canal is man-made and creates a shortcut between the Ionian and the Aegean. It cuts off around 150 miles. Instead of going around the Peloponnese, you simply cut through the Corinth and pop out on the other side of Greece. So if you're heading north towards the Sporades or east towards Turkey, the Corinth Canal makes good economic sense. Or does it? 280 euros for my boat to go through this canal. I'd probably burn a lot less fuel going around the Peloponnese, and if I had wind, I'd burn zero fuel. The problem is when you get to the bottom of the Peloponnese, the wind predominantly is from the north, which makes it incredibly difficult to head north through the Greek islands. So maybe the canal makes good sense after all.
Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah. Cuando esas caricias tocaban toda tu piel. Tell me how you feel about us. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, soñé que me querías, pero no es cierto. Solo lo haces pa' que yo esté contento. La chispa de la llama se apagó lento. Cambiamos mentiras por juramento. When the tidal waves come around and wipe up what we built, would you fight for love or would you back down and let our hope drown?
Siento que ya no te tengo, o al menos yo no tu amor. No.
Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah.
Cuando esas caricias tocan tu piel. Tell me how you feel about us. Tell me how you feel about us.
The Corinth Canal took me about 30 minutes of travel at €280. Probably more expensive than flying back to the UK. Anyway, the office to pay is at the eastern end of the canal, or you can pay online. But I don't pay online, I'm a dinosaur. Plus there is a coffee shop at the entrance to the canal that I quite like. So I'm going to chill out here for a while. So, blown away update. Currently back on anchor, having done the Corinth Canal back into the Aegean. And I have some strong winds coming my way, gusting up to 40 knots and sustained for a week. I've only just gone back to anchor, so that's going to be a test of memory to see if I have everything lashed down, strapped in and ready to go. I will record whatever comes my way. Didn't see it coming. And I'm now on a lee shore, so the wind is pushing me back. This is no fun when you're on your own. Lightning strikes all around me. Fuck. I'm maxed out on the chain, but the anchor's reset, I think. Fucking hope so. Just got that engine running, just in case. Okay, engine's on. I'm at 3.5 meters of water now. 60 meters from where I anchored, I had 55 down, so maybe I've dragged 5 meters while the anchor's reset. Let's hope that's all that is. Holy shit. Getting all my gear ready. I'll get my boots out now, get the socks and stuff ready, just in case I need to motor into this. So I chose an anchorage. It was really well protected from the incoming weather. Unfortunately, it hasn't turned out quite so good for the weather today. So the wind tomorrow is coming from the north, this is coming from the south. I'm on a lee shore in 30 plus knots of wind. Torrential rain. Just had hailstones as well, so this is dropping down from quite a height. Been through worse. Yeah, I have been through worse, but it's unsettling. You can't rest. I'm hoping it's just strong winds next week. It's none of this nonsense. Hopefully this is just a change in the weather. Radar overlay is invalid. I need my radar. Don't be more lightning strikes, but it is fizzling out now. Had to come from the wrong direction. What the hell? That's pretty gnarly. For a short spell. Like, my radar won't pick up on the storm cell because it's just picking up on the landmass on the hill. So I don't know how much longer this storm's going to go on for. Would have been nice to know when it's going to finish. 50 knots of wind and a flipped dinghy. And that was full of rainwater. How the hell that's flipped, I don't know. That's just nuts. Fucking hell. Now I've got to try and get it back up right again. I left the dinghy in the water because I wanted to get ashore for shopping, and it's actually my 60th birthday, and I thought, okay, yeah, I'll go for a beer and chill out. Wind's not supposed to go over 30 knots, that's in the forecast. Yeah, well, 30 knots does not do that. And now I've got the hassle of getting that back up right again. Let's analyse the problem. First off, I was stupid. I know better than leaving a dinghy in the water. But I'm here on my own. It's my 60th birthday, and the forecast is for no more than 30 knots of wind in the gusts. 30 knot gusts do not flip a 100 kilo dinghy with full tank of fuel and an outboard engine on the back, etc. The gusts in this bay have just been phenomenal. I risked it and I lost, so now I have to put it right. I've already had the hassle of flipping it back over because once it's inverted, the water goes inside of it and it gives it some suction. Fortunately, I've got an electric windlass with a bollard on it, so I've used that to lift it, as you saw. My next step is cleaning the fuel out of the carburetor and putting some fresh water in and around the engine, and then I'll run it on deck. Might take me an hour or so. First off, coffee. Not even had breakfast yet.
Now the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed that the high-filled bag, which is connected to the seat,
the zip was open. So when the dinghy flipped over in the wind, some of the contents of that bag have sunk. That's the cable that locks it, the padlock, key, my shoes, and numerous other bits and pieces that are kept in that bag for emergencies. This is not turning out to be a great birthday. And with the dinghy safely back on board, blown away, it's time to turn my attention to the engine. So, deck wash. And also now I have the airline hose out because in my itty bitty workshop is a compressor. Without the tools. 25 years, the third time my dinghy's flipped over. Yeah, so now I need to get the cover off and flush out the fresh water. Hence the deck wash. Yeah, I need to properly get in and clean this. And I'm going to start the process by using a freshwater hose. I need to get rid of as much of the salt as is humanly possible. Okay. Plug socket. Salt water will have penetrated the cylinders. I need to take the plugs out to put fresh water in before then cleaning it with oil and drying it out. And time is of the essence. If you leave this until the following day, pretty much guarantee you it's going to cost a lot more to put right. Thin oils like WD-40 using a propellant will also drive out any moisture trapped in locations that I cannot get to. Now one is the airline, so we can blow out and blow the moisture out. Now, fortunately for me, this engine is a 2-stroke. If this was a 4-stroke engine, this salt water would have also travelled down into the sump, which would mean changing the oil and filter. With a 2-stroke engine, the oil is in the petrol. Some spray grease. That's really good. Stops corrosion. Not that it stopped the plugs going corroded, but It stops everything else. I still got to take the carburetor off, but I'll do that in a second. First time I've had calls to take this engine apart. In 4 years I've never done any work on this engine other than routine maintenance. As you can see, I haven't changed the spark plugs because they're just corroded on the outside. I think I'll order some up. Okay, now this might, it's possible that this doesn't have any salt water in it. It smells of petrol, but who knows, right? So to make sure that I put it back in the same place, I'm going to take the float bowl off. So what I do is I score the float bowl against the card body so that I know which way around it goes, just for a quick installation. And I'm going to take the float bowl off the bottom, he says. So Ian, what did you do on your birthday? Well, I flipped the dinghy, I inverted the dinghy, and I had to fix the engine because it was full of salt water. Just another liveaboard day. Okay, that should cure the problem. So where are my scratches? My scratches are there, and then I'll mate up the two halves again. It's a rubber gasket, not a paper gasket, so I don't need to replace it, which is good news because I don't have one. Okay, fuel in. So I've primed it. It is fueled. I'm not going to run water through it. It's all cleaned out. So what I'm hoping is I can just fire it up briefly, just to test it. And fingers crossed. It's kept at my shells now. Okay, trips in. Okay, good enough. I can't run it for long because the impeller will burn out. I just need to know that it would start and run. A little bit of heat is going to help it as well. I think we saved it. Birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Okay, so that's 4 hours of my life I'm not going to get back. Unbelievable. Wow, okay. Breakfast now, even though it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I am going to call that a success. A waste of time, but a success. And as always, the supporters section, thank you so much to the Ko-fi donations, thank you so much to the patrons. You guys have stood the test of time, and I really appreciate the fact that you're hanging around. And if this video has made you chuckle, or if you learned something from it, or you just found it entertaining and you feel like sending me a coffee, as these good people have done, please click on the QR code, which will redirect you to Ko-fi's website. And on to the monthly supporters via Patreon: Matt, Michael, Ian, Miles, Timmy, Jim Bracken, Johannes Mariotti. Thank you so much for your monthly contribution towards the making of these videos. And if you ever want to be as attractive as these people, I suggest you get one of these shirts. If you have watched to the end of this video, you might want to watch another one. If that's the case, click the link on the left. If you'd like to subscribe, which is for free, then click the link on the right. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you again soon.
'Cause I found my way.